Top 10 most venomous animals in the world. Not only a snake can bite you and spread its venom. There are a lot of different animals in all shapes, sizes, and colors that are able to cause you a painful death. Do you want to see them? So do I! Number 10. Lonomia obliqua. This little Latin American caterpillar has a special appearance, and it sure does. But why, you could ask? Well, this is because it is a very venomous animal, and it might even kill you. If you were only touched by those stingers, you would probably end up going to the hospital for a terrible headache, a kind of indigestion, and horrible bruises. After that, you will have hemorrhagic cases, which may be mortal if you don't treat them. The Lonomia obliqua's venom is stored in its pointed stingers. The LD50 for its venom is 0.19 milligrams per kilogram, which means that this little and vulnerable caterpillar is very toxic. Be really careful. The only known antidote is the anti-lonomic serum, and unfortunately, it's only available in Brazil. For children or elderly people, one bite of this singular insect is very, very dangerous. If you see any caterpillar with spines, better call the police. They will know what to do. You just keep away from it and look at one of the most venomous animals respectively and cautiously. Number 9. Stonefish. This is the world's most venomous fish. It usually reaches 14 inches in length. The stonefish lives in coral reefs in the waters of the Indian and Pacific Oceans, where it camouflages itself with stones to go unnoticed and hunts creatures that go around its big opened mouth without realizing it. The stonefish's dorsal area is lined with 13 big spines containing 5 to 10 milligrams of neurotoxic venom, which causes extreme pain in humans and other reactions such as severe shock, heart failure, and infection. To calculate the toxicity of the stonefish's venom, they used the LD50 or lethal dose measurement and the percentage of lab animals that died from the venom getting toxicity of 0.36 milligrams per kilogram. The wounds that stonefish causes won't heal in months. That must hurt. However, to stop the pain, you can use an antidote or hot water as well. So now you know, if you go scuba diving for corals, make sure that everything you step on is nothing else than a coral. Number 8. Palestine yellow scorpion. The Palestine yellow scorpion is terribly dangerous and frequently found in North African deserts and southwestern Asia. Its venom contains a huge amount of neurotoxins with an LD50 value of 0.16 milligrams per kilogram, making it highly lethal. Its bite is extremely painful, but fortunately, most of the cases involving humans haven't been mortal. However, children and people suffering from heart problems are prone to dying from its cruel stinger. Its venom may cause anaphylactic reactions and generally pulmonary edema in more severe cases. Number 7. Sydney funnel web spider. Picture this. You're swimming in a pool, enjoying the Australian summer, and suddenly, you feel something in your neck. It wasn't your partner or nothing like that, but the cute bite of this horrible Sydney funnel web spider. This arachnid has a neurotoxic venom high in delta-atrachotoxin, which is a neurotransmission inhibitor lethal to human beings, but dogs and cats are immune. Listen to this carefully. Its LD50 toxicity value is 0.16 to 0.22 milligrams per kilogram. And if the antidote is not administered within the first hours after being bitten, the individual may die from respiratory arrest. This elusive spider lives in the Australian region of Queensland, and it usually nests in houses, either in the garden, under the sofa or bed, and even in bath towels. But actually, its favorite place are pools. The antidote was found out in 1980, and lucky you, there hasn't been any record of deaths ever since. Phew. Travel without worries, but get away from spiders anyway. Number 6. Maricopa harvester ant. It's one of the tiniest, but that doesn't mean it's not powerful. The Maricopa harvester ant is 1.96 inches in length and lives in the North American deserts between northern Mexico and the western United States. It is known for holding the most venomous sting record. Its sting is similar to that of bees. Ouch! With an LD50 value of 0.12 milligrams per kilogram, which makes it very deadly to all of us. Its sting is 12 times more powerful than those of bees. When this little ant stings you, it calls its counterparts through pheromones, and you wouldn't like to be near its house if they were angry. Very few deaths have been reported because of this little one, but watch yourself when you are in the desert anyway. And keep your distance at contemplating this little ant.
Ooh, ow, ooh.
Number 5. Brazilian wandering spider. Look at this nothing small Brazilian wandering spider, or also called banana spider. This is one of the most venomous spiders, with an imposing aspect and aggressive behavior. It lives in the South American jungle of Ecuador, Argentina, Brazil, Venezuela, Peru, and Colombia. People in banana-sown fields are afraid of it, and it usually causes troubles for people harvesting this delicious fruit. The Brazilian wandering spider has an LD50 value of 0.006 to 0.134 milligrams per kilogram, which makes it immensely lethal. One particular side effect of its bite in men is the uncomfortable and painful erections that might lead to impotence if they are not treated. Such a surprise, eh? Even scientists want to use this spider's venom as a natural Viagra. Luckily, there is an antidote for this evil toxin which causes respiratory problems, suffocation, sweating, and tachycardia. You'd better keep an eye on the bananas you're about to eat. You wouldn't like to find this spider in your next meal. Number 4. Blue-ringed octopus. This beautiful and singular specimen of invertebrate mollusk is the blue-ringed octopus. Natives from Australian and Japanese waters, but it has also been found in the Caribbean. Its exceptional appearance, yellowish or brownish body, and incredible navy blue rings will definitely draw your attention. But I recommend you not to be so close with this little friend because only with a sting it would knock you out. Despite that, it is not an aggressive octopus. It will only attack you if it is taken out from its habitat or stepped on. Its lethal dose, or LD50, is 0.03 milligrams per kilogram, and it could seem a small amount, but it will leave you breathless very fast. Only 1 milligram is necessary to kill a man. Show it respect, but don't touch it. Its venom, which is the tetrodotoxin, is a neuromuscular blocking agent that is capable of killing anyone within 1 minute. The blue-ringed octopus's beauty makes it a really venomous and dangerous animal. If you get stung by one, you'd better be near a hospital, because there's no antidote available. So, always watch your step. Number 3. Box jellyfish sea wasp. This jelly-like invertebrate is the sea wasp. It belongs to the Chironex species and, with its fatal venom, is able to kill up to 60 people within 4 minutes. Don't think the box jellyfish is the same as the one in SpongeBob. Probably you're wondering, where does this jellyfish live? Nowhere else than in the ocean of Southeastern Asia and Australia. Its venom is one of the most feared with an LD50 value of 0.04 milligrams per kilogram. This jellyfish species is big. It has a head with the size relative to a basketball and has 60 transparent tentacles containing the deadly venom used to stun its prey. They usually are only 5.9 inches in length when the jellyfish is swimming, but when it's looking for food, the tentacles can reach 118 inches in length. Each tentacle has stinging cells that are triggered by touch. When people touch the tentacles, they feel an overpowering pain, and their heartbeat and blood pressure levels rise. One way to play for time is pouring vinegar over the wounds, but make sure to get to a hospital as soon as possible. If the venom goes into the bloodstream, the victim may die in less than 3 minutes. Number 2. killer cone snail. If you're walking along the beach off guard, you might step on a shell and see a little animal inside. Most of the time it is harmless, but sometimes it can be deadly, especially if it's the killer cone snail. This little killer beast is usually about 9.84 inches in length. An encounter with this snail may take you straight to the hospital or even grave if you don't get timely medical assistance. It has an LD50 value of 0.012 to 0.3 milligrams per kilogram. Its venom has aroused curiosity in the modern world, and scientists are studying about its pharmaceutical, calming, and anesthetic implementations. In addition, its shells are very attractive for their intricate brown and white designs. Collectors pay exorbitant amounts of money for these amazing shells. That's why the species is in serious risk of extinction. Its venom is so lethal that by harpooning, it can pierce the wetsuit of any diver who wants to disturb its quiet life. You know so, don't mess with snails, since with a single stinger loaded with venom, it could kill up to 15 people. Number 1. Inland taipan. Now I'll take you to Australia so that you can see the most venomous snake on Earth. This continent is home to more than 60 venomous snakes. Its body color changes depending on the season, and it could be brown and yellow with a pinch of green. This snake is 4.92 inches in length, reaching up to 6.5 inches. It is docile and will only attack to protect itself. The venom of the inland taipan is 50 times more lethal than the cobra's one. Only its LD50 value of 0.025 milligrams per kilogram confirms how mortal it is among humans. With a bite, this snake could kill 100 people or 250,000 mice. The fangs of this little reptile do command respect. The good thing is, as this snake lives in isolation, it doesn't run into people usually. There are so many venomous snakes in Australia that it even exists an app that you can download to your cell phone to identify the slippery little friends. Do you want to travel to Australia? Because I will, but prepare.